Have you anytime wondered what are the rights as well as what are the duties for a dead person? No, right? You have not anytime thought about such kind of things? If yes, then this video is for you. Because the more you try to dwell in terms of jurisprudence, you get much confusing because most of the students don't like jurisprudence. But my main initiative is basically to help you jurisprudence in a very simplified manner. So now let's get started. What is the legal status of a dead person? See guys, understand my explanation, take a screenshot of it and preserve in your Google Drive, or you can write down these notes in your book, that is also fine. But focus over here in a very simplified way, I'll explain it to you all. So first of all, the legal status of a dead person, he has only rights, but there is no kind of duty for him, right? Obviously he's dead. What kind of duty will he do? Will he come out of his grave and perform any duty? Impossible, right? He should be a vampire then. So never it's possible for him to perform a duty, but he has only rights. So what are the three rights for him? Guys, I've showed in a flowchart. There are three rights for him. First one, right over his body. Second right over his estate. And third one, right over reputation. So right over his body. Right over his body, what is the exact essence out of it? I'll be explaining it to you. But right over estate, certain kind of property you want to transfer to other person, he can do it as a form of will. Before he's dead, he'll be writing a will. That can be transferred. Right over reputation. That means that, is it possible for defaming a dead person's body? In which it can harm his own her family members or cousins or other basis, then it can leads to reputation problem or something called as defamation. So now understand there are three rights for him. Right over his body, that means that nobody can't throw waste over his body once he's dead, or neither his body can't be cut into pieces and just put it up in the roadside. That all is not possible. So there should be a reasonable amount of respect needs to be done. So there are three rights: right over his body, right over estate, right over reputation. So there's something called as section 299 of the IPC and section 499 of the IPC. So section 299 of the IPC says that trespassing in cremation or destroying or damaging is punishable of a cremation ground. That means that you're entering into cremation this one, and then you're destroying or you're damaging that body this one, or something on that basis, then you'll be held punishable, and it can be an imprisonment even for 1 year. This comes under the IPC. Now we have even section 499 of the IPC, that is about Indian Penal Code, which says that defamation of a dead person is punishable offense. Exactly guys, a person who is dead, you're trying to defaming him or creating a such kind of wrong amount of reputation over his body in terms of, because that can indirectly harm his or her family members or even so and so blood linkages, then it is against the court of law. That means that you will be charged as a punishable offense for it. Even imprisonment can also go under certain kind of exceptions. Okay, now let's go up to a case. Let's understand a basic case, okay guys, in terms of the status of a dead person. Whether can a person decide that my death should be in so and so way and so manner. So in William versus William's case, what happened was that, so before he was dying, before William was dying, he said to his wife that after his death, his body needs to be cremated. Okay, cremated under the pile of woods and store ashes in the vase. Okay, this was the will which he proposed it to his wife. But once he was dead, his wife was about to do it. But you guys know, in Britain, you're not supposed to do any kind of cremation. That's not possible. So then what happened? This wife was really frustrated, and she got this one, and then she went to the court and filed a case regarding it, that stating that people are not allowing her to do this. So what did court do? Court basically rejected it and said that one cannot make a will of disposing the body. Got it? So one cannot ever make a will of disposing his body. How it should be happening? This one, it is not possible. One cannot do it. But yes, but as this one is progressing, even the laws are basically trying to amend in different ways. But this is a basic understanding in terms of William versus William. So now if you observe in the present context, this is comparatively changing, but new kind of laws are also coming under reasonable kind of restrictions and objections. Okay, now let me go in terms of what is rule of perpetuity. Guys, let me tell you, have you anytime wondered, can a dead person's or can we create any kind of trust for a dead person's name or a tomb in his name, and then what we can we have employees in terms of cleaning it, cleansing it? Is it anytime possible? There are exceptional cases for it. However, there is even possibility, but very important thing which you need to note is that one cannot create a tomb or a trust for a dead person. You cannot anytime create for a tomb or a trust for a dead person. But now you'll be having questions, right? Oh, what are the exceptions for it? Very simple, guys. If it is for a cultural purpose, then it is valid. For example, we have Mahatma Gandhi ka tomb. That is possible. But in other cases, other exceptional cases, you cannot create a tomb or a trust for a dead person. That's very important for you to note. And for example, how the property can be transferred in terms of a dead person's will, that you need to know. It's like a rule of perpetuity. That means that in Indian Succession Act, you guys should know that it forbids the creation of a will whereby vesting of property is postponed beyond the lifetime of more than one person. So if a dead person, before he's going to die, if he's writing a will, he can write a will only for his next one, not more than one lifetime of not more than one person. He cannot write for his so and so generations long together, but there is exceptions for it, which you need to know. But you need to remember one important thing, that it cannot be postponed beyond the lifetime of more than one person, because a reasonable cap limit is also there in that particular thing. I hope you guys understood about what is the legal status of a dead person in a very simplified manner. Thank you. Wish you all the best. Good luck.